Hi everyone, welcome back to Fragrance Finder. I'm your host Frost Tanner. Today we're going to be reviewing Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Let's get to it. This was launched in the year 2018 and the perfumer is Louise Turner. This bottle is the 50 ml. It's the exact same design as all Tom Ford bottles, except it's got this gorgeous dark red color. If it's sitting on your shelf, it could look like an expensive lip gloss or an expensive makeup product. I'm not too well versed, but it looks very, very nice on the shelf. Now let's give it a spray. You can pause the video right here for a full note breakdown. In the opening, you really get that single note of that cherry and cherry liqueur. As it starts to dry down, you really get some of that nutty notes from the almond, and then a bit of that plum really comes out as well. And when it really fully dries down, you really start getting some of that sandalwood, some tonka, a little bit of that vanilla that kind of underlies that cherry note. This fragrance smells like you're in a candlelit speakeasy and maybe you ordered a fresh cherry and cherry liqueur drink. Maybe they garnish it with some vanilla on top. Maybe you have a bowl of almonds on the side. It's just a nice, elegant, yet dark cherry fragrance. As for the time and occasion, I would say this is the perfect fall, winter, nighttime going out fragrance. As for the demographic, I see this as the perfect playful, yet still mature, but not quite old lady-like fragrance. So I see someone in their late 20s through late 40s wearing this. Now I'm gonna rate this fragrance in 5 categories. Now most of this is feedback that I've gotten from my girlfriend who actually wears this fragrance, so the experience may be different for you. As for longevity, this gets a 9 out of 10. Now you probably get about 8 hours on skin and maybe a few days on clothes. The thing about this is that some people say it doesn't last very long. I feel like it's just one of those high projection fragrances, so maybe you can't smell it anymore, but others still can. As for projection, this gets a 9 out of 10. It definitely has massive sillage within the first few hours and can fill a room. As for my personal rating, Tom Ford Lost Cherry gets a 9.5 out of 10. Now with these fruity, sweet fragrances, you can easily go too sweet, too powdery, too synthetic, but I feel like this is just beautifully blended and it's a perfect fragrance.
He smells like angels ought to smell.
As for uniqueness, this gets a 9.5 out of 10. If someone is walking by wearing this, I'll know right away what it is. As for value, this gets a 6 out of 10. It is 515 Canadian dollars for this 50 ml bottle, which is pretty expensive when you're looking at the dollar to juice ratio, but in my opinion, it's worth it if you love it. Now when we total up all the scores and average it out, Tom Ford Lost Cherry gets an 8.6 out of 10. Now we've done a comparison video of this with a clone that I've gotten from Spain, so if you're curious to see how it compares, check out the links down below. Subscribe for weekly fragrance content. We'll see you next time.